I got it out the field, fuck Russell.
Now, Future really hates Russell Wilson, as you could hear from those lyrics. Now, Future, Meathead, that used to be his rap name, Hendrix, Pluto, whatever you want to call him, is of course a 39-year-old rapper out of Atlanta who's been around for some time. In this video, we're going to talk about a little bit about Future's hatred for athlete Russell Wilson, who's a quarterback for the Denver Broncos. Future the other day was featured on this record with Quavo, and in that record he said, F Russell. Why exactly does Future hate Russell Wilson? Well, let's talk a little bit about that. The story starts with Future and Ciara.
It's because Ciara's with his Russell, because damn, it's because Ciara's with Russell Wilson, you know, a football player.
Who's of course a singer, songwriter, and artist. Future and Ciara began dating back in 2012 after they spotted out for dinner in Beverly Hills. It was then at that moment confirmed that they were in fact dating. Future during the interview stated that the chemistry between him and Ciara was amazing and that she makes him happy. They had a very public relationship, boasting about their love on social media as soon as the rumors broke. And in 2013, Future got on one knee and proposed to Ciara. This happened on her 28th birthday, and Future proposed with a 15-carat ring. They made national headlines after he proposed. I don't get into nothing to get out, Future said, in relation to his relationship with Ciara. This is the one, Future said about Ciara. Future was actually ready to marry Ciara and even spoke about this publicly. I'm getting older. You got one life to live, so I'm living it the way I want to live it. A wedding was still not locked down at the time, but he had plans to eventually take it there. Just like Future himself, Ciara was doting on Future, and it seemed like this was going to be the couple. They looked like they really enjoyed each other's company, and they always spoke about each other so highly. In May 2014, Future and Ciara welcomed their first child, Future Zahir Wilburn. It looked like their relationship was progressing and everything was all gravy. Ciara even described meeting Future as God answering her prayers. However, a few months later, things turned out for the worse. It was reported that Future, only 3 months after their first child was born, cheated. Ciara called off their engagement and they split. It was being alleged that Future
Y'all should hear Ciara, you know, back in the day, like Promise and Like a Boy and So Hard, like that songs, those songs is fire, bro. And Future got mad songs that's fire. He got some songs that's fire, I ain't gonna lie.
Had been cheating with
His personal stylist. Apparently she felt embarrassed and humiliated after this experience. Future, however, denied the cheating rumors and stated that the only reason why it ended was because they grew apart. In 2015, Ciara, after the heartache, decided to move on, and that's when she met Russell Wilson. Their relationship ended up being public very quickly. Right after they started dating, Russell Wilson was spotted with Future's son publicly, and this made Future mad. Future, as a response to this, said the following in an interview: "Let it progress a little more before you bring him to it. Even let me meet him before you bring him around my son. I don't want just anybody around my son."
I understand why Future's tight though, because why would you bring some random stranger, you know, around your son, bro? You like, around your like kid, bro. Like Future doesn't know him, because that's Future's son as well. Y'all gotta understand that's Future's son too, like, you know.
I don't know his character. They might be God-fearing and everything else, but there is crazy in this world. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to judge him for myself. I want to judge the nannies that's around my child. I don't want to pay for a nanny that I never met, that I never got the chance to interview. That's not the life I want for my child.
Doing wacky shit. You don't never know with these people, man.
I want to be involved 100% in all decisions made. This is my flesh and blood. If I don't want him to do something, there's supposed to be a compromise, or we're supposed to talk about it. You're not supposed to just go behind my back and do it. This is my son too. In other words, Future just didn't like his son being around a million dad, who he didn't know personally so quickly. The following year, Future went on a Twitter rant where he posted a series of tweets speaking about the ongoing custody battle between him and his ex he was up against. This got control problems, Future said. I gotta go through lawyers to see baby Future. The fuck you for $15K a month. I just want baby Future, that's all. I've been silent for a year and a half. I ran out of patience. Get ready for this classic, he ended it with. The consequences to Future's words were severe, as Sierra and her legal team filed a $15 million defamation lawsuit against Future. The source of this lawsuit were the numerous interviews where Future was discussing Sierra's private life, along with criticizing her parenting skills and her relationship with Russell. The lawsuit highlighted the inconsistencies Future's comments by stating that he had in fact seen his son over 19 times since their split. Sierra ended up receiving a lot of public backlash for this, as did Future himself. A month after filing this lawsuit, Sierra got engaged to Russell Wilson. Future after this was ordered to appear in Georgia court for a deposition, where he would be required to speak under oath about the relationship he had with Sierra. As the court battle continued, it was being reported that Sierra was coming for Future's character. Her and her legal team alleged that Future was a bad person and a bad father who wasn't present in his son's life. The judge ended up siding with Future on this and didn't believe what Sierra was alleging about Future being a bad father. He ended up winning the custody battle, and in the end, they got joint custody of their son. In 2016, in the same month that Sierra got married to Russell, she claimed that Future was disparaging remarks about her led to her losing out on $500,000 of endorsement deals. Future's legal team then asked the judge to dismiss this part of the defamation lawsuit. Sometime after that, the judge did side with Future and stated that the series of tweets that he fired off didn't warrant the $15 million lawsuit. After this, Sierra ended up dismissing the lawsuit in the end, and that's the end of that. Celebrity relationships never seem to be amicable when they eventually do split, and I was just wondering why. And the conclusion I came to is I think a lot of celebrities pick each other based on superficial things like status. That does make sense though, because there's a reason why celebrities don't usually date outside of the industry. A lot of it has to do with someone in their industry usually not only understands what they go through, but they're 9 times out of 10 used to the kind of lifestyle that they live. So there's a mutual understanding as far as that perspective. However, like we've seen time and time again, the splits are anything but amicable and actually kind of nasty. Also, because the media is all up in their faces, you gotta make statements to protect your image and whatnot. In the story, Future's anger was sparked from seeing his son being pushed in a stroller by Russell. I think the anger Future had came from a good place. At the end of the day, Future himself did a pretty good job at keeping his son away from the media during this whole ordeal. And then when his son appeared in the media, he had an issue with that, and I think he has every right to say that. Although for Future, in a lot of these instances, he's kind of came across as a guy who's had a very hard time letting go of the past. I mean, close to 9 years later, here he is on his records talking about Russell. As for that particular diss, by the way, I think that shit was whack. I mean, it's a good song, but I'm saying the diss itself was whack. I don't see the point in dissing the same man who's taking care of your son. Being a responsible and mature parent means if you are co-parenting your children with an ex-partner, part of the deal is you gotta show some level of respect for whoever they choose to get involved with. You don't like them, so be it. We're grown. It ain't about your hatred for them as it is about setting a good and healthy example for your children. Also, Russell Wilson hasn't done anything but be a pretty responsible man. I don't know too much about him, but I do know that this guy is a decent fellow, or at least that's what he appears to be. He's seen and viewed as a man of high character in the world of sports. Everyone seems to really respect and love Russell Wilson, outside of hip-hop, that is. Obviously, Future won't be able to see that because he's with the woman that he once loved and made him happy. I gotta say this too, there's nothing to salute here. Future isn't real for saying what he said like a lot of guys are saying. Ain't nothing real about disrespecting the same man who's taking care of your son, no matter how you feel about him. Bottom line, he's on your team. The same man Future's dissing is the same man who's making him peanut butter jelly sandwiches for his son before he goes to school. If anything, Future should be saluting Russell, which I'm sure he does privately on the phone. But publicly, Future does have an image of being a savage, so he always by any means has to feed into that image. Anyway, like the video if you enjoyed it. If you do, I appreciate you for that. What do you guys think about this Future versus Russell Wilson story? Now that you got a little bit of insight into why he hates him, do you think Future's hatred for Russell is justified? Personally, I don't think so, but maybe you're gonna disagree with me. Curious to hear what you have to say. With that being said, deuces, catch you on the next one. I'm out.
Future has a point, has a right to be tight because that is his kid. That's his son. He feels like weird around about having another man being around his son. Or do I think Future's just dragging it? He's panicking. He's 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 bugging. Hey, comment down below if you have a kid. Would you let your kid be around another your ex's partner comment down below. Would you allow that? So yeah, make sure y'all comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. We're just checking how you are.